005. Proper employee question.
Thanks for coming down. What's the matter, Ralph? How is Mother in town? Exactly, pal. She's the worst by far. This is any man of mine.
Ha ha ha!
Tell us, Ralph. Tell us you're not. That woman is nuts. They've been putting this out. You know what she is? Oh, I'll tell you what she is. A blabbermouth. Oh, what? A blabbermouth. What? A
Not in.
What's the matter, Ralph? I told my boss I'm great at golf. Now he wants to play if he only knew. I gotta what am I gonna do? Hello, Ralph. I said you gave me a call. According to this book, you were sent to ball. All right, pal. What do I do now? Glad to speak, Burton. Hello, Mo.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, woo! Well, you cut it out. Yeah, you testify. Dum-dum. Get out! Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's your boy, Blood Adam. Rocking in the Awesome Sauce Studios one more time. Because I'm the king of my castle. I'm the king of my castle. Testify! Testify! Awesome Sauce! Later on, I'll be CP Ellen. I'll be CP Ellen. CP Ellen. Comics, pizza, laundry. Comics, pizza, laundry. Yeah, testify with comics, pizza, laundry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As always, it's your boy Blood Adam, the comic pimp. This is Awesome Sauce Comics, rocking the Scores hat, because Scores is the greatest gentleman's club on God's green earth, located in New York City, New York, on West 28th Street between 10th and 11th Avenue. Now, I don't remember their phone number off the top of my head, but Google it! Google the phone number and get the exact address. But they're on 28th Street, West 28th Street, that is, between 10th and 11th Avenue. Tell them Blind Adam sent you. So I think I'm going to be going there later on tonight. So I need some CPL and comics, pizza, laundry, some lap dances. I mean, I got the meeting of my life in 2 days with Project X. And I will reveal what Project X is next week. You know, I kind of been taking it easy this week. You know, going to be mentally ready for the meeting of my life. I'm going to turn the scores hat around. Just kind of, like I said. So, with that in mind, before I do anything, I open up with the Honeymooners rap by Eddie Murphy and Joe Piscopo. That's a classic from 1985. My favorite sitcom of all time is The Honeymooners. And if I had to choose a top 5 sitcoms, it would be The Honeymooners. Then number 2 would be Family Guy. Yes, it is a sitcom, even though it's animated. Do you want to beef with me on that? 201-675-2104. Number 3 would be Archie Bunker. You know, All in the Family. God rest in peace, Carl. I can talk. Duh. Carol O'Connor. He was the man, you know. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think a sitcom like All in the Family and this bullshit political correctness ancient Evelyn will ever be made again. But All in the Family was awesome. The Honeymooners is a classic. All in the Family Guy is just awesome sauce. I mean, it's everything comedy should be about. Number 4, I'd have to go probably with the Flintstones, because without the Flintstones being animated, they were the first animated thing in prime time. Without the Flintstones, there would be no Simpsons, no Ren and Stimpy, no Family Guy, no Futurama. The first half-an-hour animated thing that was sitcom that was taken seriously was the Flintstones. And who can ever forget the classic, Happy Anniversary, Happy Anniversary. Oh! It's the episode where Fred and Barney steal the piano. It's awesome sauce! Testify! Testify. Now, the 5th greatest sitcom on the top 5 awesome sauce comics list. And I'll go more in depth. I mean, because in a way, you couldn't have one of these sitcoms without the other. For me, it would be a tie between 2.5 Men and Taxi. Taxi starred the late, great Andy Kaufman and Danny DeVito. You even had Lou Pearlman in it, whoever the hell that is. 2.5 Men is just Charlie Sheen awesomeness. It's my lead-in to all my CW shows. Like when I watch The Flash, Arrow, and The Vampire Diaries. From 7 to 8 o'clock Eastern, there's 2 episodes of 2.5 Men. I just think it's awesome comedy at its best. Charlie Sheen. Crap, I forget the actor who plays Alan Harper. Should we get Siri on the case? Still rocking the Harley Quinn case. Let's get Siri on the case. Who plays Alan Harper on 2.5 Men? You bitch. Just to us all the time. Who plays Alan Harper on 2.5 Men?
I don't understand. Overtime, who plays Alan Harper at...
Ah,
Wednesday.
piece of crap. Do something right for once. Why can't you ever do anything right?
Listen, but...
What the hell do you understand, you stupid phone?
Sorry.
Wow. Yeah, you better be sorry. You know, I thank you all for listening to this. I thank you all for being a loving family. Like I said, The Honeymooners is the greatest sitcom of all time. Jackie Gleason, Art Carney, Joyce Wren, Audrey Meadows, Joyce Randolph. Now, I'm kicking myself for not doing it now, but, you know, I met Joyce Randolph last year at the ChillerCon, and she was so sweet and so nice. I don't know why I didn't get my picture taken with her. Have not a clue. Just so awesome, so amazing. Best 3 episodes are the Bensonhurst Bomber, which was actually referenced in the rap. Hey, get a little fatso there! You know, Blabbermouth, which is where, you know, Ralph just flips out on Alice's mother-in-law, and Alice leaves him, and then he gets the measles at the end. Then, of course, the episode that was in Back to the Future. And speaking of Back to the Future, there is going to be a special 30th anniversary episode of Back to the Future. In fact, I have to email all those parties in a little after I do this episode real quick. But The Man from Outer Space is the greatest episode of The Honeymooners ever. Yes, you have your Ralph Does the Mambo, and you have you know, Better Living Through TV. And all these classic apps, but The Man from Outer Space is just by far the best. Testify! Testify! Don't believe me? Ask Marty McFly. He'll fucking tell you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stop recording. Cancel button. 11:41/11.
Damn talking computers. Think they're tough? Hanging tough! Yeah, man. You know, New Kids on the Block. They were awesome sauce back in the day. But I was cleaning up the digital recorder, and I found some stuff from Wizard World Philly 2014 and New York Comic Con 2014 before I started doing the cast. And I'm going to play some of that for you now, including a tidbit from Exotica 2014, and where I met Carrie LaChance, who's an awesome cosplayer, who I'm going to have on the show, and just another little tidbit from Tommy J. I mean, TJ Money, or whatever he wants to go by. Why don't... Never wants to work for me in the studio. And that, my friends, is just some interviews and some clips that I found as I was cleaning out the recorder. The Rob Paulson thing was done at Wizard World Philly 2014. The James Rodriguez and the Blunt for Dummies was done at New York Comic Con 2014. Carry the Chance was at Exotica 2014, and that was just me and TJ having fun in the warehouse, and I didn't realize I didn't return the recorder off, and I just thought it sounded cool, so I had to play it for you all, as I love you all, and I thank you all for being a loving family. No, I do not like the Suicide Girls. I'm not a fan. If somebody can explain to me, you know, what the appeal of the Suicide Girls is, besides just being hot girls, but they're not pornography. They build themselves as being like pornography in adult entertainment, and that's just an insult to adult entertainment. It's bullshit. It's lies. They don't know how to testify. Missy Suicide, you have an open invitation to come on my podcast anytime you want, and we will debate. Because, you know, I don't think you're really pornography. I don't think you're adult entertainment. You know, I mean, we can get. There's better, hot, sexier cosplayers in the world than you and some of your girls. That's why I'm going to start my own cosplay studio. I'm going to go for the sexiest woman in America and Canada. Oh, Canada. Something, I don't know the national anthem and I won't insult it. Yeah. But, you know, like I said in that interview back in October 2014, you know, I just don't like the Suicide Girls. And I'm not going to, do anything negative. I'm just going to create my own company, and it's going to be Awesome Sauce! Testify! But if somebody can explain what the appeal of the Suicide Girls, besides the fact that they're sexy, most of them are sexy, even though I think the real alternative girls to look for is Burning Angel, BurninGangel.com, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Hey, Joanna! How you doing, Joanna Angel? She's sexy. Testify! Yeah. But 201-675-2104, comicpimpvip@gmail. You know, that's if you need to testify. Awesome sauce. Yeah. You know, you know, I just am having so much fun with this podcast, and I thank you all for listening. Now, last night was the season finale of The Flash. Nothing ever wants to work in my studios.
Cancel button. 2209/.
You know, see that? The Blackest... I've actually finally got a Blackest Night power ring after a couple years. I don't remember the Blackest Night oath. But I always say these are cool. These are like $2 a pop. You can find them at shows, at stores. Unfortunately, I don't have any to sell in the Awesome Sauce comic store. But these are one of the cooler promotions that DC did. Power rings. All the colors of the emotional spectrum, which was first introduced in Green Lantern Volume 3, number 20. Or is that Volume 4? Because, let's see, you got the Golden Age. And then you got the Silver Age. Then you got the Kyle Rayner series. Then Volume 4, number 20, which was right around the time of the Sinestro Corps War and Blackest Night and Agent Orange and all the good stuff that Jeff Jones did during that time with Ivan Rice and Doug Mulch, Ethan Van Cyber, who's a good friend of the show. Hey Ethan, can I do a long interview with you soon, buddy? But I love these rings. They're not that expensive, and they're just so awesome, so fun. I don't know the Blackest Night, but in darkest day, in brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape by sight. Let those who worship Evils might beware my power. Green Lantern's like, testify! Yeah. Alright. That takes care of that. Oh, I guess it helps if I turn the thing on now, doesn't it? Alright. That, like I said, last night was the season finale of The Flash, and it was awesome sauce! Spoilers! Spoilers! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler! Spoiler! Spoiler alert! You know, there will be plenty of spoilers, so just know that we do spoil things here on the Awesome Sauce Comics podcast from time to time. So just be careful if you haven't seen the episode yet. For a season finale, I really think that there was a lot more character interaction than action. I mean, the action was really in the latter half hour of the episode when you had the Flash in the particle accelerator. When he was going to, you know, save his mother. I think my favorite scene in the entire episode had to be the scene between Henry Allen and Barry in the prison. When, you know, of course, Henry Allen is played by the original Flash, John Wesley Shipp, who played the Flash back in the CBS series in the 90s. And they're having that emotional speech and how Henry does not want Barry to change the past because he doesn't want it to change the person that Barry is. And it's so emotional. It's so heart-wrenching. I mean, if you're an emotional person and you bring a box of tissues going into this episode, there's many emotional scenes like this that are going to make you cry. I mean, it was just so awesome and so amazing. You know, you also had I like what they did with the opening monologue when you had this music playing, and I am Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive. Maybe I shouldn't have blurred that, because I don't know how that's going to sound for a second, but that's okay. We experiment on this show. We experiment college try-style on this show. Yeah. Grant Gustin so knocking it out of the park as Barry Allen in The Flash. I really wish WB would pull their heads out of their ass and just let Grant Gustin be the Flash on the TV show. But they want to keep TV and television separate. You know, like, that's a great, bright idea. I mean, you know, and then one of my other favorite scenes was between Cisco Ramon and Harrison Wells' Ebert Thong, the Reverse Flash. You know, it was basically a couple episodes ago, during the Weather Wizard app, you know, Harrison Wells kills Cisco. And in the following episode, which title I forget, you know, Barry time travels into an alternate timeline where that never happened. And he basically stops Wells from killing Cisco, and Cisco remembers it all. You know, and, you know, the confrontation between Cisco and Wells in this episode is just so awesome. Because, you know, Cisco's just like, I can remember you calling me a son. And you just, you know, caving in my heart. And, you know, it is confirmed that Cisco does have powers. So it looks like, you know, Cisco will be Vibe in Season 2. To some extent. Will he have the Vibe powers? I hope that Belanti and Kreisberg if they're gonna have me vibe, just like in the comics, I hope they have them breakdance, because that would be awesome sauce! You know, and if you don't know what breakdancing is, it's a form of dancing that was popular back in the mid-'80s. Google it! YouTube it! But basically, I can't do it. I'm not that limber anymore. No, I would break I don't want to damage my brother's house. Then I would have to live on the streets and beg for change and food, and that wouldn't be cool. But, all the scenes between Barry and Iris, you know, Candace Patton doing such a great job as Iris. You know, she's the second live person to play Iris West in a, you know, episode. I like the... Did anyone see it coming that Eddie was going to sacrifice himself at the end? When Martin Stein gives him the speech about being a coincidence? You know? Does anyone... I kind of saw it coming that Eddie was going to play a part into it, but not that big of a part. But if you guys want to read some great Flash comics, which is the source material for this, first you got to read Flash Rebirth, which, like I said, Barry Allen was introduced in Showcase Comics #4, Testify, and that launched. Now, he then appeared again in Showcase Comics #8, which is the first appearance of Captain Cold. And if you want a little history lesson on Captain Cold and other media, Captain Cold was first showed up in the Challenge of the Super Friends back in the 1970s as part of the Legion of Doom. And then he was in one episode of the 90s Flash television series. And then he was in an episode or two of Justice League, the animated series in Justice League Unlimited. And he was also now played by Went Whitmore in this, and as well as the spin-off series that we'll be playing starting next year in the fall. Alright, damn telemarketers. You know, and then his last two showcase appearances are in Showcase Comics #13 and 14, and then he got his own series from Flash 105, which continued the original numbering from the Golden Age Garrick series up to issue 350. Barry Allen died in Crisis for Infinite Earths #7. Oops, no, Supergirl was #7. The death of the Silver Age Flash was #8. And then he stayed dead until 2008 or 2009 in Final Crisis. And he was rebrought back into, you know, Final Crisis DC Comics Universe #0. And was brought back in the Final Crisis #2, which led into Flash Rebirth, which was written by Jeff Jones and illustrated by Ethan Van Sciver, which, you know, led into The Road to Flashpoint, which was a 13-14 issue series of The Flash. Issue 8 of that series, which is a $20 book on eBay, tells the origin of Professor Zoom, the Everett Fine Professor Zoom from the TV show, played by Tom Cavanaugh, who is the only one of the people who I wanted to get to at Atlantic City Comic Con, who I was not able to get to. I think he may have canceled. I'm not sure. If you go back and listen to episode 17, you can hear the question I asked to Danielle Pennebaker, who plays Caitlin Snow. She was so lovely to meet. If you guys ever have a chance to meet her at New York Comic Con, San Diego, or Wizard World, please do. She's a pleasure to talk to. So awesome, so amazing. I was so blessed to be doing what I'm doing right now. But I also think that towards the end, you may actually see by next season Caitlin Snow become Killer Frost. His first appearance is in Firestorm, the Nuclear Man #3, which is a $35 book. But read Flashpoint, because I think that they're going to take a lot of cues from the Flashpoint miniseries, Flashpoint 1 through 7, or 1 through 5, and I think you're going to see a lot of things negated by time travel, You will see Eddie Fong back. You will. I don't know if it'll be the entire season. We don't know who the big bad's going to be for season 2. It's not like in season 4 of Arrow where Damien Dark is definitely going to be the big bad. Yeah. I definitely can see them doing a Flashpoint type scenario paradox with this. And I really thought that Barry was going to save his mom. I didn't think he was going to let her die. But that was my other real emotional issue too. This is just such. I can't wait for this to be on DVD in the fall. I mean, not only am I going to have them for sale.
Cancel button.
Shut the fuck up, Siri. Jaws. I think you're all tough. But I am pre-selling the Blu-ray as well as the regular DVDs now. The Blu-rays will be $55. The regulars will be $45. I am going to try to do a special signing event, which I'll talk about later when I have all the I's dotted and the T's crossed. Testify! Testify! Rockin' and rollin', cutting and strolling on the Awesome Sauce Comics Podcast Network. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Testify! But I love Flash. I love the Arrow. I cannot wait for Gotham to return. But I want to say NBC. NBC. WNBC. Open YouTube.
Blue skies are calling music. Selected. Search button. Text field. Voice search. Capital Q. Voice search button.
NBC station identification.
Back. Refine. Results. NBC ID montage. 19502009. More action. ABC. Station ID. WMV. 8155. More action. ABC 5 Station ID 1992. More action. Number habits of summer station ID. More action. ABC. More actions. Button. ABC. Station. More action. NBC ID montage. 1950. Video player. Video is loading. Heading.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC. The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Now, dear NBC, can you please bring back Constantine? I mean, it was a good show on Friday nights. Constantine, Hellblazer, was a TV show based on a comic book of the same name, John Constantine, which ran for about 13 14, maybe 15 eps before it was, canceled. It ran for an entire season. It brought good ratings on Friday night. The actors did a great job. The stories did a great job. But NBC, you need to bring it back. If you all want to bring back Hellblazer, give me a hells yeah! Hells yeah! Hells yeah! Bring back Consatine. Bring back Consatine. Yeah, buddy. We want the show back. Stephen Amell said he would do an appearance on it as Arrow to help bring it back, which is awesome sauce. The dude that plays Klaus on the originals, his actor's name I forget, he would do an appearance. I mean, it was a great show. Come on, you can put it on Sci-Fi for crying out loud. Put it on Netflix. But Constantine needs to be back on air. It was a great show. I mean, Constantine just doesn't seem to get a break in other media. What's up with that? I mean, first it had to suffer for that Keanu Reeves movie back in the 2004, 5, or 6. I don't remember. And now it finally gets a good portrayal. Here's an idea. Hey, Andrew Kreisberg and Greg Galanti, why don't you, since Supergirl is going to cross over and everyone else can cross over, and Magic is now a part of the Arrow universe, why not? And since you're going to probably bring Santana in at some point anyways, because you got Black Canary, you got all the awesome sauce like stuff, why not just make Constantine a part of the show, the part of Arrow, if it can be done? I mean, have him come in, guest star, help Oliver and Team Arrow in a plot point somewhere. We can bring back Constantine, and it will be bring back Zed, and it will be awesome sauce. Testify. That takes care of that. We're going to get Constantine back on the air today. We're going to learn today. Testify. Yeah. But I need to catch up on my comic book reading, because I need to catch up on my Convergence and my Secret Wars, and a whole bunch of other good stuff. I'm sorry I'm being a little behind on my reading, but I've been really busy lately. I had a little bit of a why am I blind period, and I thank everyone in my support system helped me get out of it. But I had Atlantic City Comic Con, and now I just got to get rid of have my meeting for Project X, and then I'm going to start reading comics more. I have been reading what I can. The Secret Wars, the first 2 issues are so awesome and amazing, and I'll do a few of them later. I cannot wait to read Daredevil 15.1 today. It's going to be amazing. I got to still watch the last 2 episodes of Daredevil. So much for me to do. I mean, and with that, I'm going to get to the next thing, because I promised someone I would do something for them. Keep 1 foot in the gutter, 1 fist in the goal. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. This is Buddy Adam saying thank you and awesome sauce! Thank you all for being a loving family. I love you all.
Stop recording. Cancel button. Stop recording button.